I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday.
Well, Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. And he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run it with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Iupati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now Wilson on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanant. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. From the 22, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, the Atlanta Falcons are 3-9 on the season. Their offense coming out here for this next drive. That 9th loss. So
how is this team 3-9?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I hate to jump in there, but it boggles the mind that this roster is 3-9. Help me out.
And they had the win against New Orleans, really convincing win, and then they had the win against Carolina.
Another convincing win on the road.
But then they lose to Tampa at home, and then Thanksgiving, the Saints get revenge this past week. So you think that hot seat for Dan Quinn, it just continues to get hotter and hotter.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, and it's unfortunate because Dan Quinn's one of the better guys in meet in this league, and he'll find a place if indeed he does lose his job in Atlanta. But I'm just in shock that we've gone from a Super Bowl just a few seasons ago to where we are with this team. The roster way better than the record. Now they're playing for pride. Home against Carolina, at San Francisco, home against Jacksonville, at Tampa. Let's see if they can put a run together and salvage a little bit of respect before the season is over.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Ursua. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now it's Wilson.
One thing.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Let's go.
So it goes as a fumble. But the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And Myers able to knock it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Freeman again. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They keep it with Smith on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They run. Devontae Freeman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll roll him out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes, trying not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dickson with a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
To throw again on second down. Ryan caught by Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson operating from the gun. That's complete to DK Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This is Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's the run? They're running it.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.
So here is the...
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 38 yards on the scamper there. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but else.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Clayton Gathers makes the stop. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaway.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 43 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, Charles, Indianapolis, they looked good a few weeks ago, but things have gone south after 2 straight losses now, 6-6, and they had a chance to stay a game back with the AFC South leader Houston until a late fourth quarter Adam Vinatieri field goal was blocked and returned for a touchdown this last week. You look at Vinatieri, and I am a huge Vinatieri fan, but now 46 years of age, he's missed 14 kicks this year, 8 field goals, 6 extra points.
And at one point, there was discussion that maybe Adam Vinatieri would retire or the Colts would move on. They doubled down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there. Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he maybe... makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 27, Luck. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right.
It looked good when it left his foot.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Joseph now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. He's got Jack Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This to Hines on the drop-off. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back. Here to the 43-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. Mayfield now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt. And
that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 41 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Block on third down and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Returnable here for Callaway. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chubb, 89 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays? And we'll see how determined they are. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away. Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that will be incomplete. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Now Callaway on the return, fighting through. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 68 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Luck on first down. Funchess has it complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Luck now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Luck throwing again. Complete to Hilton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers there to make the grab. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had it.
There goes Duke Johnson. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 52 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine game. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The dump off good for 8 there on first down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Let him know, let him know.
Now a first down throw. Locke. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Locke. Catch made here by Campbell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Left side, Doyle with it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now look at him go. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Luck. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes...
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. Runs through the contact. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A second broken tackle. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. It's caught by Funchess. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good job defensively. He was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Chubb on the counter. He won't go down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Luck defers to Mack. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Still going. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb spins away. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They run with Hines. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Now left side on the swing pass. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. He's got Jack Doyle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And now running right through it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And now he spins free. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Boy, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Locke. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st down, it's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Locke. Funches has it complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins.
And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, Luck. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is Locke. Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll give it to Chubb, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the...
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And some room to run now. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
So here come the Eagles under 4th-year head coach Doug Peterson. They will be led out by the 2nd overall pick back in 2016. Hard to believe he's already in his 4th season. Carson Wentz.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play.
And, right away, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
Come on. We better not.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Returning is Peppers. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
2-time All-Pro center Jason Kelce is one of the most athletic centers in the league. In fact, he went to the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on linebacker before converting to the offensive line. Can pull, trap, get out in front of runners in any situation, and one of the more intelligent centers in the league as well, handling all of their line calls.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. 46 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the